Well, it is 6:18 and time now for What's Trending. Kindergarten students at Gulfport, Mississippi got to cut their teacher's hair Friday after they aced a reading challenge, and their hair will be donated to Locks of Love. Mandy Morin has given this opportunity to her class for the last 5 years. The few kids to receive the honor of taking scissors to Mrs. Moran's hair read upwards of 100 books each over the last month, and collectively the entire class read more than 1,000 books. Moran says that it's a great opportunity to show kids they can give back in other ways and to increase their reading skills. And, you know, that's a great incentive to get kids to start reading, because I know there's been a lot of teachers that will try anything to get their students more involved. I remember, I think it was middle school, some of like the higher academic students got to pie their teachers or certain teachers
in the face,
during like a pep rally or an assembly or something. So
right, it's something silly like that in front of the whole students that tries to just get them inspired to do something silly, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So it's always fun to hear these stories like this where it did work, and in this case, the class like shattered the goal, if I understood it correctly. So that was really cool. It was like 100 books it was in the last month, and they did like 1,000.
Well, 100 books for this. A couple students read the 100 books, and they got to cut it, and then like all in all, the whole class read 1,000 books.
And that's
about 1,000 books.
That's still rather impressive to say the least, though. So, I mean, they say reading definitely helps. I know whether it's reading words. I know we read the teleprompter every morning, though. I know for me, I do. I mean, some of you know I play musical instruments, so reading music works the brain too. So, I mean, you're exercising your brain every day. It can be really good, even as adults too. I mean, you gotta read. It's part of the.
You gotta keep your brain active. That's what keeps the brain active. Keep it in use and keep it moving.
For sure, and I know in this field we're in, we kind of need to keep all aspects of our brain working, though.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
To say the least, yeah. But meanwhile, though, let's take a turn towards something that's pretty funny. First Communion is supposed to be a memorable occasion, but South Dakota's 7-year-old girl's sacrament became so memorable it went viral, all because she couldn't get enough of the communion wine. Brinley Heidebrink tipped back the chalice and chugged it, so much so that the father couldn't hide his astonishment. She then folded her hands and exited gracefully. Her mom says Brinley was a bit nervous about the wine beforehand, asking how much she was supposed to drink again. Her mom reassured her that she just had to let it touch her lips. Her mom also says that she didn't know why she drank so much, and Brinley also added that she didn't like the taste. And that, I mean, obviously the First Communion, though, so obviously they dress up a little bit more, though, and I mean, you gotta kind of laugh a little bit too. I mean, I mean, I know them as pastors, though, for my faith, and but I guess in this case, the script has father in there, but it's still just interesting. I mean, who knows what went through her mind to make her kind of try that much wine, though. I know I'm part of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, and in our synod, though, usually communion's more when you're about roughly 8th grade or so, or depending on when the pastor thinks that it's more that they know the scriptures enough, though. So about that time, confirmation or 8th grade or so, you say that confirmation and communion and such. So that's obviously it differs by faith. I believe this is Catholic in this situation, though. So
I'm a Catholic,
so usually, so you would know definitely.
Yeah, I was second grade, about 7 years old when I made my first communion, and I didn't like it at first, but then as I got older, I still started to like the wine a little bit more. So I do understand where she's coming from.
There you go. I mean, in my personal opinion, though, there are some wines out there that the church wine doesn't have that strong of a kick as some of the other wines out there. So I kind of favor the church wine a little bit more than some of the other wines.
My favorite part was that she didn't like the taste, but she continued to drink it. So I thought that was pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
But taking a turn now to our last story, a 2-year-old Great Dane in Texas is already breaking world records. Zeus is now the world's tallest living dog, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. The Bedford, Texas pooch is 3 feet and a little more than 5 inches tall. Zeus's owner was given the pup when he was only 8 weeks old, and she says he was even big as a puppy. And with height like this, you can only imagine what he eats. Zeus eats 12 cups of dog food daily and an occasional fried egg. Last year's tallest Great Dane, Freddie, died when he was 8. And get this, the tallest dog ever recorded was also a Great Dane named Zeus, measuring at a whopping 3 foot 10 inches. And according to the American Kennel Club, Great Danes are prone to a series of health conditions and have a shorter lifespan than other dogs. But you know, I've seen Great Danes around like dog parks and stuff, and they are just, you can't get over the size of them, especially when they're against a smaller dog.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, they can get, I mean, tall is kind of an understatement when you look at that dog.
It's almost a small horse.
Picture though, I mean, yeah, almost like a small horse. It's almost kind of a good way to put it. And obviously, that dog can jump too. So obviously, it's kind of one of those cases of don't make that dog mad, right?
No, they're actually really friendly dogs.
They are.
They're really friendly dogs. So I haven't really had too many issues with Great Danes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of furry friends out there. I mean, that's just really. That's just, I just run out of words because literally it's just so amazing to see how tall that dog got. But